Coach, as the calendar creeps closer to year end, the Green Bay Knights are getting colder and colder. Not quite ice fishing weather, but it sure isn't Bermuda here at Lambeau Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 or. 58 right there. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 1st and 10, right. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
10-2 saw. 59. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Ready, set. Mark, 59, Mark. Check, 59.
Now right. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Hernandez. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Check. Hey, orbit.
Operating from the gun. Right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 15. Now a first carry for Daniel Pumphrey. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's Trubisky to throw. His throw incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, box drop. Both for Mike. Mike's both. Move. Hey, 44 is to Mike. 40. Ran, come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 44. Hey, exit. Check. Lock in.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Chicago.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Hey, wahoo! 18.
Throwing on 2nd down, Trubisky. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Man, I got you. At 25 for Mike. We'll go 25 for Mike. All right, T. Hey, wrong. Hey, Delta. We got it. At 25 for Mike. We'll go 25 for Mike.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This is taken at the 15. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Right. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Set 90 Wolf. Let's go one more.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Ricky.
2nd and 6. He gets this to Devontae Adams. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Go.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Bears' 24-yard line.
Set, ready? 18 Gator. Hey, Alpha. Switch. 59 Mike.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Go! 60 Pittsburgh. Big stop, let's go!
They'll run on first down. It's Williams. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
That's what
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got one. Smoke. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. You must be dreaming. Mike, check.
2nd and 9 now. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try.
Mike 5'9". All day, punk. 5.
Right from the gun, he'll throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
A gain of 27 on the play. 1st down, Bears.
So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Watch the ship. Alert. Protein spill. Blue. Hey, zoom.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now. Standing right on his own 5-yard line. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at about the 28. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
Now left side on the swing pass. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Watch the screen. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Right, check. 59. You don't know no better. 59's Mike. Shoot.
Right now, operating from the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the curl. Motion. 44's the mic. Check. Man out. Check.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From the 35 on 2nd down, Trubisky hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, alert.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
1st down, Bears.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now Trubisky. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check safety, check safety. Lock in.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
At 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Watch the out. At 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Let's go. Let's go, defense.
Trubisky will throw. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 17th touchdown now on the season, and the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position.
Rush in. Take it.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Bears push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Let's go. Do it.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 24-yard line.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, right. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
1:53 remaining in this first half of play. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 34 yards there and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Tavecchio puts this one through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
44th Mike. 44th Mike. Check.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. Well, that might be Exhibit A of why a team likes to play it safe at the end of the half. The late turnover cost them 3 points the other direction.
Yeah, but if you're a fan, you're always pressing it, right? Go for it. Why worry about it? Throw caution to the winds. This is where the head coach always has to evaluate worst case scenarios. In this case, he bypassed the thought, and guess what? It ended up biting his team.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Come on now.
They run with Pumphrey. And an alley to run. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
On first down, Cohen. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Pick me up. Here we go. Move. 42.
From just shy of midfield, Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Preston Smith there on the stop.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Squeeze, double, double. Sponge.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
And it's 3rd down.
Let's lock in. Strong right. Five. Hey, 50.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
All day, dog.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Watch Bobo. Watch the run. Watch the edge. 18.
Again, it's Pumphrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Tavecchio puts this one through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw here, Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? Looking deep for Adams. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline, rush coming, and he's taken down. Zadarius Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? And right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Here's Dalton. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Mike.
Dalton. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here.
Hey, check Bravo. Check Mike 27. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the 13-year man puts it through. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Interception, baby, all day.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Say. Move.
They start on the ground with Pumphrey. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Trubisky able to find Shaheen here. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On the run, it's Pumphrey. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Second and 5 now. Trubisky. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Trubisky now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Switch it.
On the run, it's Davis. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. That's complete to Robinson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Hey, Mike 7. 52's the mark, boy. 52.
Out of the gun, Trubisky looking deep for Gabriel. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
At the 3-yard line.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Davis. His third touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way we do it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Dalton. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Andy Dalton now just 2 out of 6 since coming on, but he's got a 1st and 10. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Andy Dalton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Dalton here from the gun. And he fires one incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. You got double up.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. Open here is Allison. That's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And Adams has it complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Hands up. Lead. Check Mike, 27. Here we go.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Packers get a score closer.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Mike, 59. You go, 9. Mike, check.
This will be Dalton again.
Let's get up.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down, Bears.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run again with Pumphrey. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Right 80. 44. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. 6 guys. 18.
Davis. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that? He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Check Mike 27. Check.
To throw is right. Throwing after the interception. It's caught here by Adams. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
3 yards to go.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities. 3 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27. Defense.
Operating from the gun. Right. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. Back to throw. Right. Steps away to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Second and 1. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now Montgomery, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Montgomery, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
At the 13-yard line.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 11. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Here's Wright on 1st down. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well. They'll run on 1st down. It's Williams. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now Wright from the gun, he'll throw. Now he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Looking to throw. Right. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And
as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.